That'll bring up Bennett Durham from the left side wearing number 5. If you're just joining us, we apologize for some technical difficulties, and we'll see strike one on the outside to Bennett Durham. 2-0. Tuckerman jumped on top of the Lady Rebels in the top half of this inning off 2 fly ball miscues and then a rope of a two RBI single from Megan Richardson. That one's popped up to Soden at short, and she's made both plays in the field. 6-3 on the first out. Fly ball to 6 for the second out, and it's 2 up, 2 down for Emma Davis and the Lady Bulldogs of Tuckerman. Now the catcher, Veda Mae Womack.
A lot of power in her bat. Really good hitter. She's only a freshman, but she can play.
Time called, slows down Emma Davis's speed. That one's just off the plate for ball 1. Good pitch there, and a good job by Womack not offering at it. It was outside. We are located right behind home plate again. Hit hard between third and short, right in the hole, right where you want to. And you mentioned it. That's a good piece of hitting by Womack.
She's good. She's hitting over 400 on the year as a freshman. You know, Ryan and I made mention across the entire region here. She probably has as good a case as anybody for newcomer of the year.
I would imagine so. Thomas now the first baseman into the batter's box from the left side, up and out, ball 1. Morgan Thomas, is that correct? Did I get the first name right?
Yes.
We get some of these lineup cards with last names only, and I was going off memory of before. That's hit hard, but right at the third baseman. Briston Wheeler makes the catch, and it's a runner left on base after one base hit, and we'll head to the second, where Tuckerman leads Riverside 2-0 in the 2A2 regional finals on NEA Sports.
From the first seed to a full harvest, from their first steps to their final day of school, from the everyday to the big adventure, from a great job to a greater calling. A true community bank is there through it all, because every journey matters.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
Would you like any sausage or cheese?
No, thank you. I just scarfed down McDonald's on drive-thru. Had to have something. I was about to starve. I knew I wouldn't make it the rest of the day.
We are back at the 2A2 regional finals at Riverside High School. Top of the second, Tuckerman leads Riverside 2-0. As the Lady Bulldogs got 2 in the top, there was a fly ball to left and then a fly ball to second misplayed by the Rebels, and Megan Richardson made them pay with a 2 RBI single to set this score at 2-0. Riley Akins delivers strike 1 to catcher Kenzie Hutchison for Tuckerman. We'll see Hutchison, Emma Davis, and Kinsley Wheeler. Emily Barnett, if anybody were to reach base.
Tuckerman's too good of a team. You can't give them extra outs. You gotta make sure the routine ones have to be made.
Aikens quick work here, up 0-2 to Hutchison. Up and out of the zone, ball 1. We're working on camera situation if you're just joining us. If you watched the first game today, we took a direct hit on our home plate cam. And so we are working to get that resolved. Right now we're just using field view. Up and out of the zone, and it's 2-2. Hutchison's fought back to even the count. Tuckerman here with a 13-1 victory over Rector and an 11-1 over EPC yesterday in the semis. Foul tip Hutchison stays alive. Riverside, 15-0 victory in the round one against Mammoth Springs, and then a 10-0 victory yesterday against Cedar Ridge. Took to day 3 to get a full game in as EPC beat Cedar Ridge 4-2 in today's consolation game. Offered at it, swung and missed, blocked by Womack behind the plate, throws it to first for the strikeout and out number 1.
Akins she's had several good outings in a row over the last 2 weeks. Really good performance in district finals, 14 strikeouts. I think she had 12 strikeouts again the other day. So she's been a lot of pitches, a lot of strikeouts. And this is going to be the best lineup she's seen in some weeks.
Pitcher versus pitcher here. Emma Davis steps in and sees ball 1. Lines this one to center field over the head of Bennett Durham, and that's going to get to the fence, and she's going to hold up at first for a 1-out single. She laced that one.
Well, she did. Hey, she's not a pitcher only now. She can step in the box and hit the ball too. That was impressive.
We're going to see Zaylee Poe come in and courtesy run for the pitcher.
I got to give Emma Davis a shout out real quick. Actually, her aunt. She probably gets all that from her aunt, Amy Davis.
All right.
I know Amy, so I have to give her a shout out. I see her sitting over there. She hasn't seen me yet. She asked me the other day, she texted and said, "Are you going to be broadcasting any of the regional?" I said, "Yeah, I got the finals on Saturday." So I expected this matchup.
As many did around the area, Akins delivers strike 1 to Kinsley Wheeler, the right fielder. Steps in with 1 down and a runner on first. 2-0 Lady Bulldog lead here, top of the second. Yeah, these are two teams. I went to look at the schedule online. I don't think these two have met this year.
I don't think they've played yet this year. They met in a regional final last year. It was a 1-run game. Both 2 of the top 4 teams in the state last year.
Yeah, I talked about that early on, how 3 straight finals for Riverside, winning 2 of them. You go back 4 years, Tuckerman wins the state title. So one of these teams has been in 4 straight finals. There's the strikeout number 3 for Akins. Nice pitch there. 2 down now here in the second for Emily Burnett, the left fielder.
It's a beautiful day, Brad.
It is very nice. Little wind blowing in from the outfield, but nice day, sunny. Strike 1 to Barnett. But yeah, Tuckerman winning that regional final a year ago, and then Riverside taking the state championship as Tuckerman fell in the semis. They're going to get Poe in a run down here, trying to steal a little pickle action, and she's going to be tagged. Nope, they're going to say she's safe. She moved around the tag, and she is safe at second. Do you give her a stolen base? I guess you give her a stolen base in that.
I think you have to.
Yeah. Got in a pickle, little sandlot action, and she just kind of dove around the tag there. And umpire Carrie Nosler said she's safe. That's hit past the second baseman. Poe's going to attempt to come home. Here comes the throw. Play at the plate is safe. So the Zaylee Poe steal, avoiding the out at second, brings home a run on the RBI single by Emily Barnett. She actually ends up at second, so let's give her a double and an RBI. And with 2 down to here in the second, it is 3-0 Tuckerman. They've yet to change the scoreboard, as Coach Baker wants to bring her squad in. And you talked about nerves early, and it's maybe shown a little bit here for the Lady Rebels in the field.
I think so. I think just a little bit tentative. You know, you don't want to mess up, and sometimes playing not to make a mistake, you make mistakes. Well, and, you know, in a rundown, you never want to chase them to the next bag. But I think you had her dead to rights there.
Yeah.
Just didn't tag.
The tag wasn't applied, and Poe did a nice job of squirting around the defender without getting out of the base paths and was safe at second. Back to the top of the lineup to Maddox Soden, the shortstop. She reached on an error to open the game, came around to score the game's first run. That's outside ball one. Soden, the daughter of Coach Chad Soden.
She's a good ball player.
On top of that one, fouled back to the screen, 1-1. 2 down, runner at second, 3-0 Lady Bulldog lead as they've come out very aggressive here at the plate and on the base pass. We mentioned EPC winning the consolation game over Cedar Ridge earlier, 4-2. And those two, and she hits that one to center. That's going to be an out, caught by Bennett Durham to get out of the inning, but Tuckerman tacks on one more. It's 3-0 as we head to the Riverside half of the second here on the NEA Sports Network.
Bowman Brothers Incorporated is a family-owned and operated business that served Lake City and Northeast Arkansas for over 50 years. We currently operate a retail hardware store, also selling guns, construction company, real estate, rental property management, and many storages. Located in Lake City, Arkansas on Highway 18, Bowman Brothers proudly supports the Riverside Rebels.
We are back here at Riverside High School, host of the 2A2 Regional Tournament. Finals underway as we head to the home half of the second. Tuckerman leading Riverside 3-0 off really three miscues. Garrett, Brad Davis, Dr. Garrett Weaver on the call here for you. We talked about that during the break.
Yeah, you can't give, I said it earlier, you can't give Tuckerman outs. You just can't. You can't give Riverside outs. You can't. Neither of these teams both these teams are too good to give them extra chances offensively.
Blakely Biggers, the third baseman, sees ball one from Emma Davis in her second inning of work. That one's going to be hit to second. Fielded clean, throw to first, and the out is made by Allie Sampson there at second. So 4-3 on the put out. And we see the right fielder, Cullum, come to the plate. Fouled off, strike one, Kobe Cullum. Trying to get something going here for the Lady Rebels as they've dug themselves a 3-0 hole in a matchup of two of the better teams in the state. I think both of these teams, I think EPC and Cedar Ridge too, can make some noise next week at Palestine-Wheatley. That one's hit, but right at third baseman. That's twice now that Briston Wheeler's been in the right place and made the snag.
Tuckerman good defensively. I mean, they're good. They're fundamental. They're going to make those plays. They're aggressive. They attack those line drives, ground balls. They don't sit back. You're going to have to hit the ball in the hole. Womack did a good job in the first. You're going to have to find some holes offensively.
Shelby Clay, the left fielder, in the batter's box with two outs. Sees strike one, cross the outside corner.
As a pitcher, that's the zone you really like. You get a little bit off the edge there on the outside. If you can make a living there, force hitters to adjust and have to hit that pitch, then you can work them back in on the hands.
Gary Williams, your home plate umpire. Robert Tripp at first. Corey Nosler at third. Ground ball softly back to Davis in the circle. Tosses it over for a 1-2-3 inning for Emma Davis and the Lady Bulldogs. Tuckerman leads this one 3-0 as we head to the third here on the NEA Sports Network.
Monette Co-op Incorporated, located in Monette, Arkansas, proudly partners with Tailgate Time. Tailgate Time is here to support our local farming community. You can give them a call at 870-680-0222. Monette Co-op is a proud supporter of the BIC Mustangs.
More stories, bigger legends. Season 2 of the Final Jump Shot podcast. Available now on Facebook, YouTube, or your favorite podcast provider.
Back here at Riverside High School, Tuckerman half of the third, top of the third. Akins misses there. Ball 1-2. Briston Wheeler, the third baseman. She reached on an error and scored in the first as Tuckerman jumped on them 2-0 and now leads this one 3-0 over the Lady Rebels of Riverside. Outside ball 2-0 to Briston Wheeler, who's been active at third base as well. A couple of line drives hit her way.
This one's going to come down to who makes more plays. Pitchers are good. They're going to throw strikes. You have to put the ball in play, and you have to make some plays.
That one's lifted to left center.
That's a nice play. That's
a
long run.
Bennett Durham making a long run, and ball kind of popped out of her glove, and she still made the catch. Nice play there by the center fielder.
With that breeze blowing in, though, if you're Mackie Morgan, you can't give up on that play, because that ball could drift right back into your pocket.
Center fielder Josie Branch comes to the plate. Sacrifice bunt for her in the first to move those leadoff runners, and they both came around to score, so she did a job, and it paid off for her. And the Lady Bulldogs, she swings and misses at strike one. Sees ball one outside, a little low. 1-1 the count. One out, nobody on here. Top of three, Tuckerman leads at 3-0. Swung on and missed. Strike two, nice pitch by Riley Akins there. That's taken the other way, and that's going to fall for a base hit. As the throw gets away from the cutoff man, and nobody at second, so another miscue is going to put Josie Branch at second base.
It's the little things, Brad. And this is a dangerous at bat here. I'm not too sure I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not saying I'd put her on, but I'd pitch around a little bit, because the swing she had in the first inning, that ball could leave the yard if she puts another one on.
She hit it hard to right center, scoring the first two runs of the game. Did Megan Richardson, the first baseman. She hits that one hard right over the third base bag, and that's going to score Branch. And it's 4-0 Tuckerman, and Megan Richardson's got 3 of those RBIs.
She can hit. You can tell when she steps in the box, she's free swinging, and she's looking to drive something. She hits it hard.
So Branch came around to score. We're going to see Allie Sampson, the second baseman. She struck out to end the first inning. She's clearing the bunt. Gets it down on the ground to Akins to first, no problem, and that moves Richardson to third. Station to station for the Bulldogs.
Well, that's a good job of playing small ball, getting that runner 60 feet away, so now a base hit will for sure score her.
For Kinsley Hutchison, the catcher, struck out in her first appearance. Sees ball one too high. That one's hit up the middle and
I'll tell you, that
pays
bunt,
off.
Brad, that bunt is what drove that run in, because Richardson known way more for her power than her speed. She's not scoring on a ball hit that sharply to Bennett Durham. She would have had to been held at third. So that bunt is crucial, getting her 60 feet away and allowing that base hit to score her.
Lexi Williams will come into the game and run for the catcher Hutchison. And number 11, Emma Davis, comes back to the plate. She singled and scored in the second, and with a 5-0 lead, trying to help her own cause again. Strike one there as she kind of ducked out of the way and spun across the inside corner. Low and in, ball one, 1-1 to count. 2 outs, runner at first in a 5-0 Tuckerman lead.
Well, they are in control right now.
And I got to think if you're Emma Davis, you're feeling nice and relaxed right now with such a big lead. Strike, swung on and missed there, 1-2.
A lot of times as a pitcher and a hitter, when you're both, you step in the box looking to help yourself all the time, but there's a little more pressure when you step in the box. In this, she can just kind of relax and try to drive one. That's what she does.
She drives one to left field and single again. She's 2 for 2 today. Moves Hutchison, or actually Williams, to second. And Poe's going to come back in and run for the pitcher who got to second on that run down earlier and came around to score a run in the second. That'll bring up right fielder Kinsley Wheeler, wearing number 24, struck out in the second. First and second, 2 outs. Hits that back to her own dugout, 0-1.
This Lady Bulldog lineup, their first pitch swinging. They're looking, they're aggressive. When you jump out early, you can be a little more aggressive, and I think they're sitting on that first pitch trying to drive it.
Been very aggressive, you're right, at the plate, on the base pass, attacking in the field. That one's fouled off behind us. And it's 0-2 to Wheeler.
If you're Akins, you're ahead here. You got to make sure you limit the damage. You can live with 5-0. You start getting to 7-8, it's going to be a chore.
0-2 pitch on the way. In the dirt, ball one.
Well, what you don't want to do when you're ahead in the count is groove one. You want your best pitch, and that doesn't have to be right down the middle.
Hit hard to third base. Biggers just has to turn and step on the bag, and that's the third out of the inning. But the damage is done. 2 more for the Lady Bulldogs, and they extend their lead to 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the third here on the NEA Sports Network.
When I was growing up, I would chop cotton occasionally for my dad. He let me start working with him at the gin when I was 16. We have about 15 family farms that we are working with through the gin. A lot of those are descendants of farmers who helped raise me in the cotton gin, and now I'm starting to see the 3rd generation. I feel like as a ginner and also as a producer that we have to do our best job for the consumer. We are trying this by being able to trace this back with DNA, to be able to not just say this is what it is, this is where it came from, but being able to prove that. All you have is your word and your work.
We're back here at Riverside High School for the 2A2 Region Final. Home half of the third, where the Lady Rebels are trying to dig out of a hole. Tuckerman leads this one 5-0. They've scored in each of the first 3 innings, and Emma Davis is back in the circle and facing second baseman Wrinkle. A little low and outside, ball one.
If you're Riverside, you want to get on the board. You don't have to get all 5 right here, but you'd like to score a run or 2 and put a little pressure back on Tuckerman.
Swung on and missed there. Strike 1 to Wrinkle. I don't have her first name, Garrett. What's Wrinkle?
Charlie.
Charlie Wrinkle. One count. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Davis set to pitch. A little movement on that one off the plate, 2-2.
That's a good pitch, though. Challenger out there. That's a good job of Wrinkle laying off of that one.
So 2-2 the count now. Nobody out here in the third. That's behind her in the dirt. Count runs full.
Riverside looking for a base runner here. It's a big pitch from Davis.
And you're right. They can't do too much at one time. Just go get station to station, try to get one run at a time. There's still some softball left to be played. Full count. Fouled off, out of play. Wrinkle stays alive.
It's a good job fouling that one back. I think if you're Davis here, you got to attack. You don't want to try to paint a corner. If you're Wrinkle, you got to choke up, put something in play.
Here's the pitch. Way outside, and leadoff runner aboard, Charlie Wrinkle with the walk. And we'll see Mackie Morgan, the shortstop.
Morgan's got some speed. I think you may see her try to lay one down here and advance the runner for the top of the lineup.
Wrinkle's on, Morgan. Aikens back at the top of the lineup. Bennett, Durham, Veda, Womack looming. Trying to climb out of a 5-0 hole. Up and out, ball 1. Catches the inside corner there, 1-1. That one's chopped in front of the plate.
Well, that is a perfect swinging bunt. She may not have laid it down, but that couldn't have been any better as far as that's just no man's land. Tough play for anybody to make, and Riverside now threatening.
I don't know. It hit, I don't know if it hit the plate or right around it, but it bounced straight up right into the spot. Tough for the pitcher and catcher to get there, and she beats out the throw. And we've got 2 runners aboard, nobody out. Riverside threatening back to the top of the lineup, and Riley Aikens, the pitcher, trying to help her own cause. Strike 1 to Aikens. Low ball 1, evens the count at 1-1. Wrinkle on second, Morgan at first. After the first 2 base runners are aboard, nobody out here in the third. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off, 1-2. I think if you're Aikens too, you can put something in play, score a run here, help yourself out, maybe help you settle down a little bit in the circle.
I think worst case scenario, you try to hit one the other way, maybe move the runners up at least, you know. Even if you sacrifice yourself here, if you can get a couple in scoring position, absolutely.
She grounded out in her first at-bat to shortstop, Maddox Soden.
It's a good take. That's a good pitch by Davis, though. Really just stretching the zone a little bit, but good eye there by Aikens.
It was moving off the plate. Painted the corner and just moved just off. The nice 1-2 pitch. Counts even at 2, and it's going to be a foul ball. Nice hands there by Lauren Baker, the coach for the Lady Rebels.
With the movement that Davis has on her pitches, if it starts out, it's going to stay out. It's going to work its way out more. What she needs to do is start it on that outside corner and let it creep out with that natural movement.
2-2. Same one there, and the Bulldog fans wanted it.
It was out, though.
Looked just off the plate. Full count, 3-2.
This is a big pitch here for both teams. You load the bases with nobody out. It's a whole different ballgame.
Full count. Here's the pitch. Line to center. Nice play in center field. That's Josie Branch sliding to her knees and not letting that one pass, but also getting the first out and getting it back in quickly. What a play by Josie Branch.
I mean, it's really early in this one, but that could be the play of the game right there, because if that ball gets down, that's a 2-run triple more than likely, and this is a totally different softball game.
Bennett Durham flew out to the shortstop in her first plate appearance. That one's outside, ball 1.
If you're Durham, you got to find a way to get this to Veda Mae Womack.
One-0 pitch on the way. Popped up in the infield. That'll be an infield fly rule, and Davis makes the play as Briston Wheeler.
You just making sure?
Yeah, I got you back.
One of them was going to catch it.
So 2 down now. Veda Mae Womack with the single in the first.
She is their
another one here could get her team on the board.
She's their RBI leader by a lot. So this is a spot you want if you're the Lady Rebels.
2 on, 2 down. Davis versus Womack. Low and outside, ball 1.
And you could be a little careful here if you're Davis. You don't have to groove her one. You got a base open just in case. But Thomas may be the hottest hitter in the Riverside lineup. Before the district championship, she was 13 of her last 16.
That's hitting the softball right
Absolutely.
there. 1-0 pitch in the dirt, 2-0. First real threat of the day for Riverside. Womack got on in the first, a 1-2-3 second, but first time they've kind of threatened to score here. Trailing 5-0 to Tuckerman. Outside, it's 3-0.
I still think here you get the green light if you're Veda Mae. You know, if you get a pitch that you feel like you can drive.
One pitch, one spot type situation.
That's right. We'll see.
Well, let's see what they do. 3-0. Does she have the green light? Here's the pitch from Davis. She does have the green light off the end of the bat to second. Scooped up, fired to first, and 4-3 on the putout ends the inning and the threat. 2 runners left on base after a walk and a base hit. And we go to the 4th with Tuckerman leading Riverside 5-0 here on the NEA Sports Network. Back here at Riverside High School, we're in the 4th inning, top of the 4th of the 2A2 regional final. Tuckerman in complete control of this one, 5-0. They've scored in each of the first 3 innings, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 again in the third. And Riley Akins and the Riverside Lady Rebels trying to calm down this Lady Bulldog lineup, which has come out hot today.
It's going to go 9-1-2 here in the top of the 4th. But if you're Lady Rebels, you need something positive. You need clean base paths out of this inning quickly and get back, pick up the bats and try to score a run or 2.
We will see Emily Barnett, the left fielder, leading off this inning. She doubled in an RBI in the second. And she sees ball 1 here in the 4th. That'll flip the lineup back to Maddox Soden, Briston Wheeler, and then Josie Branch if any of them were to reach. Inside, ball 2. Brad Davis. The Dr. Garrett Weaver on the call here on a beautiful day in Lake City, Arkansas.
Warm, sunny, and breezy.
Strike 1 from Akins there. It's 2-1.
Beautiful facilities here. Really proud of what they've done here at Riverside.
Popped up. Akins reaches out and makes the snag, and it's 1 down here in the 4th.
That's a nice play there by Akins, because if she doesn't catch that ball hits the ground and spins all kinds of ways, and I think that would have been a leadoff infield single. So good job getting a glove on that one.
1 down here in the 4th. Maddox Soden.
She's got some pop now.
A lot of pop to say the warning track in right center field. Bennett Durham makes the catch, and that's the second time in a row Soden has flew out to center field.
Putting some good swings on it, though. Maybe got under that one a little bit, but it's a good job of being efficient there by Akins. 1 pitch gets you out. Now they're 2 away.
Briston Wheeler wasting no time, lifting it to the left, and that catch is going to be made by Shelby Clay. And a 1-2-3 inning for the first time today for the Lady Rebels. And we will stay right here as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Tuckerman leading it 5-0.
I think Clay has now moved into second.
Okay.
Cullum shifted over to left, and Wrinkle is now in right.
I got you. After the kind of the first inning, they made a little defensive changes and paid off right there for the Lady Rebels as they get the first 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for the first time today. And Tuckerman still leads at 5-0. The winner of this one obviously will be the 2A2 regional champion and the 1 seed next week. That'll play at 3 o'clock Thursday in Palestine Wheatley against Magnet Cove, who is the 4 seed out of the 4A4. The loser will be the 2 seed. We'll play at 5:30 Thursday against the Poen Indians as they won 9-0 over Magnet Cove in their consolation game earlier this afternoon in Murfreesboro, hosting the 4A4.
Where is the state?
Palestine Wheatley.
Palestine, okay. I think it's actually, I literally heard this morning.
Okay.
I always say Palestine because that's how it should be. I think it's Palestine. If you're from there.
Yeah.
I think they say Palestine.
I'm going to change it every time I say it. That way everybody gets mad.
There you go.
So Palestine Wheatley, you're
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Host of the 2A state tournament, which I feel like these two will be big factors in that tournament.
I think so too. Well, I will give you credit. You did say Poen correctly.
I did.
Ryan butchered that many times.
Yeah, during this basketball, they hosted the state. So, the leadoff hitter for the Lady Rebels here in the bottom of the 4th is Morgan Thomas. She flew out to the third baseman in her first at bat. She sees ball 1 outside. Doc, you mentioned her hot bat coming into this week, coming into last week's district tournament as well.
She's swinging it well. She's seeing the ball well, making good contact.
Was it her? Is it her? I see the wraps on her ankle.
She had, an ankle injury in the district semifinal. They taped her up pretty good, and she was able to play through. She seems to be moving much better today.
1-1 the count. That one's fouled to the backstop, 1-2. As Emma Davis is in her 4th inning of work for the Lady Bulldogs. Been cruising right along. Riverside threatened the last inning with runners at first and second, but Davis gets out of the jam with a couple of flyouts and a ground out. Has yet to strike anybody out.
Now that is crazy. As good a pitcher she is, you'd think. I mean, she's really good. I mean, that's a credit to Riverside offensively too. I mean, they put the ball in play. They're good hitters.
And they've hit some hard ones, but there's been right at folks, and Tuckerman's been super solid in the outfield, in the field defensively. That one's outside and runs the count full, 3-2. Riverside trying to get a leadoff runner aboard for the 2nd straight inning and climb back into this one. Full count. Here's a pitch from Davis. Grounded to third under the glove of the third baseman, but Solden's in perfect position. Fires it over, 6-3 on the putout for out number 1. So that brings up Blakely Biggers, the third baseman. Grounded out to second in the 2nd. That's slapped to 2nd base. Scooped up, no problem for Allie Sampson. 4-3 on the putout. And 2 down here in the 4th. Colby Collum coming to the plate. She flew out to the third baseman in the 2nd. Probably more of a liner.
You keep putting the ball in play, good things will eventually happen. They're bound to find a few holes here and there. You got to string some stuff together, though.
Another hit right at somebody. Nice play there by third baseman Briston Wheeler, and a good stretch and catch by Megan Richardson to end the inning, with Tuckerman leading this one 5-0, headed to the 5th on the NEA Sports Network.
R&J Farms is a proud supporter of the Riverside Rebels and wants to wish the best of luck to both the boys and girls basketball teams this season. Go Rebels!
Southland Gin is located on Highway 135 in Lake City, Arkansas. They are proud of the reigning state champion Riverside Rebel baseball and softball teams. Southland Gin wishes all Rebel student athletes success this season. Lakeside Health and Rehab has one goal, and that's to provide effective patient care services to your loved ones. We are a group of healthcare professionals specializing in providing required rehabilitation and healthcare services to your loved ones. Lakeside Health and Rehab.
Better, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't do that with Ryan, did you? We're back here at Riverside High School, headed to the top of the 5th. Tuckerman leading this one 5-0. Riley Akins in the circle for her 5th inning of work. She'll face center fielder Josie Branch. Singled and scored in the 3rd and had a sacrifice bunt in the 1st that was pivotal in scoring 2 runs to get this game started. She sees strike 1 from Akins. Hit hard, foul down the first base side, and it's 0-2. Akins way ahead here. Akins and the Lady Rebels getting their first 1-2-3 inning in the 4th, as Tuckerman scored 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, and then 2 again in the 3rd to set this score so far. Swung on and missed, and a nice pitch there for her 4th strikeout today, Riley Akins. Megan Richardson steps up. She's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs of the 5 runs scored, and first time today she's been at the plate with nobody on.
Well, she certainly still has the potential for an RBI here.
Yeah,
with the way she swings.
She's hit it hard twice, and with runners on each time. Takes that one to the first base side, but falls foul. She's behind 0-2.
You know, you have to say, Akins has pitched pretty well, though, really. I mean.
Well, you look at the first inning, 2 miscues on the 5 balls, scored 2 runs. A miscue on a run down in the second, scored 1 run. More conventional, at-bats for Tuckerman in the third, but they scored 2 runs. But, yeah, she's not pitched poorly. She just needed some defensive help at times.
Only 2 of those runs then are probably earned.
Probably. The first 3 were not, I don't believe. Hit hard at Biggers at third. Comes up throwing across to Thomas. 5-3 on the putout. And the first time today, Richardson doesn't have an RBI. First out. And Allie Sampson will come to the plate. Struck out in the first, but had a big bunt. You talked about being a big key in those 2 runs in the third to move runners. And she's 0 for 1 today with the sac bunt. That one's in the dirt, ball 1. Check swing, foul tip, strike 1. Nice pitch there, kind of inside movement. She tried to check her swing, got a piece of it with the bat, which I think she probably went anyway. Outside, ball 2. Nice pitch, just off the plate. Been consistently called that a ball all day. Sampson, Kenzie Hutchison on deck. That's hit to the shortstop. Morgan comes up throwing and gets the out. So 1-2-3 inning for the second time in a row for the Lady Rebels. And we head to the bottom of the 5th with Tuckerman leading 5-0 on the NEA Sports Network. We're back here at Riverside High School for the 2A2 regional final. Bottom of the 5th, Riverside coming to bat, trailing the Tuckerman Lady Bulldogs 5-0. Tuckerman scored in each of the first 3 innings, and Riverside has threatened in 1 inning and trying to scratch across their first run. We see Shelby Clay, the left fielder, to lead off the inning. See strike 1. She grounded out to the pitcher in the second. Charlie Wrinkle on deck, Mackie Morgan in the hole. If one of them reach and can flip the lineup, it'll go back to Riley Akins at the top. Emma Davis, workmanlike in the circle. Her 5th inning of work, 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Still searching for her first strikeout. Riverside's put the ball in play. Obviously, every batter has made contact, but solid defense, and the hard hit ones have been right at people in the field. 0-2 pitch from Davis. Way outside, ball 1. One and 2 the count Nobody out here in the 5th. In the dirt, ball 2, evens the count 2-2. Brad Davis, the Dr. Garrett Weaver. With you here on a nice day in Lake City. 2A2 regional final action. The baseball game is it underway yet?
It's
over
1-0 in the first.
1-0 over there. Riverside and EPC baseball in the regional final behind us. That started after this one because the third place game there, Tuckerman beat Sloan Hendricks 10-6, and that was cruising along until the 7th. And Tuckerman trailed 5-2 and got 8 in the 7th to take a 10-5 lead, and then Sloan came back, got 1, but was unable to pull the W out. So Tuckerman will be the 3 seed out of the 2A2 for the baseball, and Sloan Hendricks will be your 4 seed. Fouled off again. Clay staying alive at the plate. Earlier today here, EPC beat Cedar Ridge 4-2 in the Consolation game. EPC will be the 3rd seed, and Cedar Ridge the 4th seed out of the 2A2. Both tournaments, baseball, softball, in Palestine, Wheatley, starting Thursday. Swung on and missed, and there's Emma Davis's first strikeout of the day. As you mentioned being surprised just because she's just been cruising along.
She's pitched really well. If you'd have told me she wouldn't have her first strikeout till the 5th inning, I would have said that will not happen. But kudos to Riverside putting the ball in play. Kudos to Tuckerman defense making the plays.
Yeah. Swung on and missed by Charlie Wrinkle. That looked to be out of the zone, and she offered at it. 0-1. Yeah, if I said, hey, we're in the 5th, it's 5-0. She's got her first strikeout, and Akins has 4. You probably would have think they'd been flipped the other way, but Tuckerman leads at 5-0. That one's off the plate, 1-1. She held up on that one. We are on the NEA Sports YouTube page and the KJ&B Facebook page. You want to check out baseball action. Wait till we're done and head over to watch the Riverside EPC game. Inside corner, strike 2. And you can find that on the NEA Sports Facebook page. Dual coverage of both games today. On a beautiful day for baseball and softball. As we're winding down the sports, I know the state track meets were this week. All the regional finals are today, and all the state tournaments crank up Thursday.
Busy time.
Busy time of year. Soccer is also headed to state next week. Soccer, softball, and baseball state tournaments all this coming up week. As I know we've got 2 weeks of school left. Mostly, I think everybody does. Swung on and missed, and 2 in a row for Emma Davis. And that'll bring Mikey Morgan up to the plate. Shortstop singled in the 3rd. Left stranded out there on the base path. Two down here in the 5th. Off the plate, ball 1. That one is swung on and missed. It's 1-1 with 2 down here in the 5th. 1-1 pitch from Davis on the way. Swung on and missed again. That caught her, jammed her inside a bit. It's 1-2. And you mentioned it, Garrett. She's got a lot of movement on those pitches. Even the ones that are missing off the plate are close, good pitches. And it's been consistently called a ball from home plate umpire Gary Williams, which is what you want, consistency. But
I think what she's doing now, though, is she's mixing pitches in and out.
Yeah. That one's going to be lined up in the air to second. Allie Sampson makes the catch, a 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Bulldogs. And we head to the 6th with the Tuckerman Lady Bulldogs leading Riverside 5-0 here on the NEA Sports Network. Back here at Riverside, 2A2 Regional Final, top of the 6th inning, Tuckerman at bat. That is number 6, Kenzie Hutchison. Right back to pitcher Riley Akins for a quick out, 1-3. And the Lady Bulldogs have one down here in the 6th. They lead it 5-0 against the Riverside Lady Rebels in this 2A2 Regional Final. Two of the top teams in the state doing battle. Outside ball 1, and it's been all Tuckerman in this one, especially early on. Brad Davis, the Dr. Garrett Weaver bringing you some action on Championship Saturday. Outside ball 2, 2-0. We've got the baseball game behind us, EPC and Riverside. Riverside leading that one 1-0 as it just got underway. You can find that on
4-0 somewhere.
4-0, never mind.
Well, I don't know. It's the visiting team on the scoreboard, so I'm not sure. EPC's up 4-0.
Okay, EPC's up 4-0. Correction.
In the first.
Strike 1 after a 3-0 start as Emma Davis, the pitcher, singled and scored in the 2nd. Reached first base in the 3rd. And she'll take a 5-pitch walk to get on here in the 6th. She's been on base 3 times today.
They're going to courtesy for her, let her go rest a little bit, as they should.
It's Poe again, Zaylee Poe. She scored in the 2nd inning when she ran, got out of a pickle, and came around on Megan Richardson. Scratch that. Came on the Emily Barnett RBI. Bunt stays up in the air, but goes foul. 0-1. As Wheeler, Kinsley Wheeler, the right fielder, tries to lay down a bunt to move Poe to 2nd. She struck out and grounded out here in her first 2 plate appearances. Squaring the bunt early. Pulls it back. Lifts it to left, and catch will be made for out number 2. 2 down here in the 6th for Emily Barnett, the left fielder. RBI double in the 2nd, flew out to the pitcher in the 4th. Strike 1 from Riley Akins. Ball 1 there, as it looked like Barnett was kind of walking up to slap it a little bit. 1-1 the count. 2 down, runner on first for the Lady Bulldogs. Looking to slap again, swung through that one, 1-2.
That's a good pitch from Akins there. hitter's moving her feet in the box trying to slap something, you throw it up over her hands, it makes it a little bit tougher.
That one's way up and out, 2-2 the count. Deuce is wild here in the 6th. 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first. That one's grounded to the first base, off the glove of Thomas, and Poe's going to move to third, and Barnett reaches on an error. And that'll flip the lineup. Leadoff hitter Maddox Soden has flown out to center twice and reached on an error and scored back in the first inning. She's hit it hard all 3 times.
It's hard to get a good hitter out 3 times, much less 4.
She hits that one hard to center. And that one's carrying off the wall. That'll score Poe. And that will score Barnett. So a 2-run double for Maddox Soden.
I thought that was gone.
And I did too for a long time. Just scraped the front side of the wall, and 2 RBI double for Soden makes it 7-0. And another fielding error leads to more runs scored for Tuckerman. That one's hit hard. Kind of same area, carrying back off the top of the wall is Briston Wheeler, and that'll score Soden. So back-to-back doubles by Soden and Wheeler, and it's 8-0.
Not a lot you can do there if you're Durham. Those balls are, right at the fence.
Yeah, that hit the very top yellow portion. Like, I thought that one was gone as well. Josie Branch trying to keep it going for the Bulldogs. Strike 1 outside. Wheeler getting a very healthy lead out there at secondary lead.
Yeah. You can be a little aggressive with the lead.
0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. 2 down. Branch has singled and scored. She struck out, and she had a sac bunt back in the first. In this 8-0 Tuckerman lead. That one's lined out to center field, and that's going to score. Briston Wheeler, as the throw's cut off, and it's 9-0 Tuckerman. RBI single for Josie Branch. I think we saw this yesterday, Doc, with happening later in the game where this lineup can erupt for a lot of runs quickly.
Well, they've been putting good swings all day, and Akins has done her best to kind of fend those off for the most part, but this inning have just found some holes.
Megan Richardson in the plate. She singled a 2 RBI single in the first, an RBI double in the third. She grounded out in the 5th, and it's 2-0 to the first baseman cleanup hitter for the Lady Bulldogs, Megan Richardson. She hits that one to center. That'll drop for a base hit. And Josie Branch will hold up at second. 3 for 4 today, 3 RBIs for Megan Richardson. Allie Sampson, the second baseman, comes to the plate, struck out, grounded out twice today. Number 25, Lula Brunner, comes in to run for Richardson. That'll be a pinch runner, and maybe a re-entry for Richardson into the field. Well, she's the first baseman.
I think she was ran for earlier, wasn't she?
No, that was Hutchison and
you're right, because
Davis
have
been ran for.
Third.
Yeah. She
right.
was on second, bunted to third. So 9-0 now. Tuckerman leads. Runners on first and second for Sampson, and she fouls that one off. 0-1. That one's high, ball one, 1-1. 2 down, runners on first and second for Allie Sampson. Inside, ball 2. Nice pitch there. Took a little off, foul tipped into the glove, and it's 2-2.
That was a really good pitch, off-speed pitch.
So 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 runners on. 9-0 Tuckerman leads. Top of 6. Aiken set to deliver. Stays low, full count. Outside, and that's a walk to Allie Sampson. Richardson, I should say, Brunner to second. Branch to third. And we'll see Kenzie Hutchison again this inning as the Bulldogs have batted around. Coach Baker going to talk to her troops. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back here on the NEA Sports Network.
R&J Farms is a proud supporter of the Riverside Rebels and wants to wish the best of luck to both the boys and girls basketball teams this season. Go Rebels!
Southland Gin is located on Highway 135 in Lake City, Arkansas. They are proud of the reigning state champion Riverside Rebel baseball and softball teams. Southland Gin wishes all Rebel student athletes success.
Right back here at Riverside High School, Brad Davis to Dr. Garrett Weaver with 2A2 regional final action. 2 down here in the 6th. Bases loaded for Kenzie Hutchison, the catcher. And they throw it down to third over the head of the third baseman. The run comes in to score, but the out is made at third as the left fielder threw it in to get Brunner at third. But count the run as that was before the out. So it is 10-0 Tuckerman, heading to the bottom of the 6th here on the NEA Sports Network. That way after the first inning.
Yeah. Well, they felt like they probably had to play perfectly, and then when the first inning fell apart, you're down 2-0. It's tough.
We're back here at Riverside High School. We're in the 6th inning. It's 10-0. Tuckerman leads Riverside in the 2A2 regional final. Riverside's got to scratch a run across to keep this game alive. Brad Davis, the Dr. Garrett Weaver with you, and they will have the top of the lineup up here as Riley Aiken steps in for Riverside. Aikens grounded out and flown out today. Sees ball 1 in the dirt. Tuckerman scoring 5 runs with 2 outs there in the last inning. And threatened with a few more if they didn't throw that out at third.
Yeah, I mean, we just still had first and second with Davis at the plate, I believe.
Yeah. Well, it was Kenzie Hutchison, actually.
Okay, Hutchison's at the plate.
Who has an RBI single today. So, 2-0 to Aikens. Davis delivers, swung on and missed, strike 1. Davis 2 strikeouts today. Riverside's put it in play. They've just hit it right at folks when they've hit it hard, and Tuckerman's just been solid in the field. Off the plate, 3-1. Inside, ball 4, and it's a leadoff base runner for Riverside. First time on base for Aikens today.
They need something. They need some life here. Base runners will, you got to have base runners. You're gonna score runs. So
Yeah, and
anyhow.
And they're at the point now where you've got to put a lot of runs up. I know you need 1 to keep the game going, but you really need
more than 1.
4, 5, or 6 to think about making a comeback. Aikens is running. Throw down is safe. I don't think the throw was nice, but I don't think the ball stayed in the glove, and it's a stolen base for Aikens.
I'm going to tell you this. I think it's a good thing she had that cage around her helmet, because that ball bounced up and hit that cage. It would have hit her right in the face.
So runner at second now for Bennett Durham. Durham's flown out twice today. Outside, Aikens is running, and
no coverage.
No coverage. She was running because Wheeler was coming in to play a bunt, and Aikens smartly recognized that and took off.
That was a good job of recognizing that and taking advantage. So now the run you have to have is 60 feet away. You got to find a way to drive her in.
Swung on and missed there. Tipped into the glove, 2-1.
I think a ball in play here. I think if you're Tuckerman, you just get the out.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to concede the run. Just got to put something in play. That didn't sound good.
That caught her right on the right wrist, I believe, or right hand. And time immediately called, and she shakes that bat off and goes down. And that can't feel good.
No, there's no meat on the wrist. That did not feel good, I promise. Even if it hit your forearm, there's no padding there to.
So while they tend to Bennett Durham, we'll take a break. Be right back here on NEA Sports.
Lakeside Health and Rehab has one goal, and that's to provide effective patient care services to your loved ones. We are a group of healthcare professionals specializing in providing required rehabilitation and healthcare services to your loved ones. Lakeside Health and Rehab.
back here at Riverside High School as Bennett Durham stays in the game. She's down at first,
she's tough.
Gets a low 5 with the opposite hand from Megan Richardson talking to her at first. But, yeah, that's toughness right there, is taking that one in off the hand. And runners at the corner, nobody out for Veda Mae Womack now. Nobody out here in the 6th. Good pitch there, strike one. And if you're Riverside and you need 2 runners on with the batter, this is probably the situation you want to climb back in this one, trailing 10-0. That one's going to be fouled out of play behind us, 0-2 to Mo Womack.
I think they're going to keep working her away. She's going to have to step and drive the ball to the opposite field, I think, with as much movement as Davis has on that pitch that starts away. If she could barrel it the other way, she could get Riverside on the board.
0-2 pitch from Davis.
Starting that way out.
Yeah.
You know what? Then you get she's not going to hit that if she swings at it. So you could tell before that pitch ever got there, they set that one up.
Well, Hutchison was probably halfway in the other batting box. She was not going to throw that one over the plate to give her something to barrel up. Durham moved down to second on the pitch unabated, and that one's fouled off, 1-2. Now two runners in scoring position.
I'll tell you the scary part of that, Brad, is as a home plate umpire, you are left exposed. If that pitch misses back in and the catcher doesn't get a glove on it, you are wide open.
1-2, the count to Womack. Here's the pitch. Taking the opposite way. Right fielder makes the catch. Akins is going to tag and score standing up. RBI sacrifice fly for Veda Mae Womack. Gets Riverside on the board for the first time today, 10-1 now.
Well, she did what she needed to do there. That pitch was set up outside. She took it that way, barreled it that way, maybe got under it just a hair, but it's a good piece of hitting.
Now Morgan Thomas flown out and grounded out today for the Riverside first baseman. Runner at third. Durham did move to third on the tag. That one's up and out of the zone, ball 1. For Bennett Durham, you got to score here. You got to make it worth taking one off the hand.
For sure, you got to cross the plate.
Make you feel better about it, because it's going to hurt later on. I'm going to bet.
Absolutely.
Swung on and missed by Thomas, 1-1.
She needs a bucket of ice is what she needs after this one. She got to go catch with that hand in a minute. Out in center.
Out in center, where they've been keeping her busy out there. 1-1 the count. Outside, 2-1.
Still in the first inning over there at the baseball game. It's 4-4 in the first inning.
Well, we know I've seen that game at least once, which Riverside run ruled EPC twice this year, but EPC is capable of putting a lot of runs up. Grounder to third, and she decides to come home and try to get Durham, and the throw gets away. So Bennett Durham does score, and it's 10-2 as Morgan Thomas makes her way to second on the fielder's choice.
I think if you're Coach Soden, I think you'll have a conversation and say, hey, let's just get that one. Go to first right there. You got a cushion. Go to first. Get that out. Because now what you do is you allow the rally to potentially continue, and you got to take outs when you can get them with the lead. This late in the ball game for sure.
Because what you have allowed now is that not only the run, nobody out on the play, there's one out in the inning, but now the runner's at second. So another runner at scoring position for Blakely Biggers, who sees strike one.
Yeah, it could be 2 outs, nobody on.
She's grounded out twice to the second baseman today. Takes that one over the Riverside dugout. Foul. I believe it's 0-2. It is. Says on plate umpire Gary Williams. 0-2. 1 out. Runner at second for Riverside third baseman Blakely Biggers. Emma Davis set to deliver. Outside, ball 1. I feel like Davis has worked ahead of the count most of all day, if not every batter. I believe we had a leadoff walk here, but has worked ahead most batters. 2-2 the count if that one's outside.
It's a good piece of
hitting. Nice piece of hitting. That one gets over the head of the second baseman, and the throw comes in, is cut off by Davis, and RBI single for Blakely Biggers. Makes it 10-3, so. Kobe Cullum into the batter's box. Flown out, grounded out, trying to keep this alive. Riverside now's put up some crooked numbers. That one's flown high in the air to center field. Branch under it makes the catch. 2 down here in the 6th.
Boy, she did hit that high.
Very high. But your point earlier where if you just make the routine play to first, concede the second run, you don't give up the third one there.
Yeah. And again, that may not come back and hurt, but it's a teaching point, and runs, anything could happen. You saw it in the baseball game earlier. Anything could happen.
10-3 now, 2 down here in the 6th. Slap the other way, another base hit for Shelby Clay. And after a game where Riverside's put the ball in play just right at people, now they're finding gaps and they're finding landing places for it.
I said that earlier. You just put it in play. Eventually, those balls are going to find holes. I mean, that's the way it goes. You know, you're bound to get lucky on some of those, and that's what's happened.
Biggers moves from first to third on nice base running there. Shelby Clay at first. Charlie Wrinkle, the batter, with 2 outs. Strike the call, no throw to second as Shelby Clay makes her way.
Ooh, she about hurt her ankle.
She came in there hot with no throw and jammed in on that bag pretty hard.
A little bit of an in-between slide there.
2 runners in scoring position. Clay at second, Biggers at third, for Wrinkle, 0-1 to count. 2 down. Hit out of play. Just short of somebody's car out there.
It's scary to park out there, I can tell you. It's worth a few extra steps, in my opinion.
I would think so, because you're right here by the softball field, and baseball's not too far away. You got it flying from all directions. I love the park here, but the confines are tight, and you got to keep your head on a swivel. Great pitch on the outside corner by Emma Davis. Strikes out Wrinkle to end the inning, but Riverside gets 3, climbs back in this one as we head to the 7th. 10-3, Tuckerman leads in the 2A2 regional final here on NEA Sports.
R&J Farms is a proud supporter of the Riverside Rebels and wants to wish the best of luck to both the boys and girls basketball teams this season. Go Rebels!
Southland Gin is located on Highway 135 in Lake City, Arkansas. They are proud of the reigning state champion Riverside Rebel baseball and softball teams. Southland Gin wishes all Rebel student athletes success this season. Lakeside Health and Rehab has one goal, and that's to provide effective patient care services to your loved ones. We are a group of healthcare professionals specializing in providing required rehabilitation and healthcare services to your loved ones. Lakeside Health and Rehab.
We're back here at Riverside, headed to the 7th inning. Top of the 7th, Tuckerman at bat, leading Riverside 10-3. Here in the 2A2 regional final, Brad Davis, the Dr. Garrett Weaver on the call, and Riverside showing a little life there in the 7th. I'm sorry, the 6th, and actually pushing this game to the 7th, because if they hadn't, it would have been a run rule. And both these teams have run ruled teams all week, so this is the first time either team's went the distance. this week.
Well, it's good for them. You know, they need that, honestly, going into next week. You're going to have some really tough ones next week.
Kenzie Hutchison was at the plate when the out was made on the base pass to end the sixth, so she'll come back up. She led that one off. They actually batted around even though she didn't complete the at-bat. She'll lead off the seventh, seeing ball one high, as she has grounded out, struck out, and has an RBI single, strike one outside corner, 1-1 the count. Hutchison, Emma Davis, Kinsley Wheeler, the lineup for this inning. Emily Barnett, if one of those were to reach. Chopped down to third. Going to be a foul ball, scooped up by Biggers on the grass side of third base. Looked good making that play, though. I think she's going to come up firing.
No, she was ready. Hey, no plays off, foul ball or not.
1-2 the count to Hutchison. Hit hard down the third base side, stays alive.
I see why Coach Soden's standing back.
He is very back by his dugout.
Don't blame him.
Coach Soden, one of the great basketball coach, great softball coach, got a ring to his name, was a tremendous player, minor league system, and even a better dude. Nice piece of hitting there by Hutchison to lead off the seventh with a single.
One of my favorite people. I truly enjoy getting to visit with him, and he's just a super nice guy.
Hutchison went hands first through the other way, and she's on board with a leadoff single in the seventh. Brings up Emma Davis, the pitcher. She's walked and scored and singled and scored. Also, she's reached base all 3 times today. She's strike one. Doing what she can to help her own cause. 10-3 as they lead. She goes up out of the zone and gets that one and hits it hard past the third baseman, and it's a base hit into right or left field.
How about all 4 trips to the plate now she's been on base?
1 point infinity zeros is her on base percentage today. Which means Zaylee Poe gets to come back in. She's been busy today. She scored twice running for Emma.
She's saying thank you every time she runs by.
She just puts on that helmet as soon as Davis goes to the plate because she knows she's getting to go in. Here's a bunt fouled by number 24, Kinsley Wheeler, the right fielder. Flew out in her last appearance, struck out, grounded out as well. She's yet to be on base. Trying to move the runners into scoring position. Offers at that one, and that's out of the zone, but it's 0-2 to Wheeler, trying to lay down the bunt. Let's see if she stays with it or is swinging away. Hits it hard up out of the zone, right off the glove of Biggers, and safe at third is Hutchison.
She squared that one up. Not a lot of time to react there by Biggers.
So 3 singles to lead off the seventh as the bases loaded for Emily Barnett, who has an RBI double in the second today. She also reached on an error and scored in the sixth. See strike one there. Fouled off there. It's 0-2 to Barnett. Little squibber to short. Can't pick it up and step on a base, and so another fielding miscue leads to another run for the Lady Bulldogs.
It's tough when the ball hits the ground, spinning all different ways.
just kind of nubbed off the end maybe, and just kind of that little funky spin that's hard to pick up. Up and out of the zone to Maddox Soden.
Got to be a little careful here. Soden has, every time she's come up, hit it a little bit further.
Well, she hit it off the wall last inning for a 2 RBI double after sending it out deep to center every time before that, and we both thought the last one she hit could have been out of here. 2-0 to her. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the 7th. That one's out of the zone, and it's 3-0. 11-3, Tuckerman leads this one. Taking all the way there, 3-1. That one's hit hard the other way. Off the glove of the left fielder, and that's going to score 1, 2, and no home throw home for a base clearing 3-base error for Maddox Soden. Five RBIs for her in her last 2 at-bats.
It's just been that kind of day.
That one gets to the backstop, and Soden's not going to challenge. 1-0 the count. 2, Briston Wheeler, the third baseman, doubled in an RBI. She doubled in Soden after she hit that one in the last inning. 14-3 now, Tuckerman leads this one. Up and out of the zone there, 2-0.
Tell Akins is fatiguing. And threw a lot of pitches today.
And it's got to be frustrating. You think there's probably been should have been some plays made behind you, and that one's hit hard past the left fielder, and Soden will trot home, and for the second inning in a row, Wheeler doubles home Soden. And it's 15-3. Still nobody out here in the 7th for Josie Brantz, the center fielder. Singled and scored in the 6th, struck out, singled and scored in the 3rd, and sacrifice bunt. Sees ball 1 there. Out of the zone, 2-0. This lineup on full display in what they can do, especially when given extra opportunities. They make you pay, and pay dearly. They have today.
Well, they can all hit. I mean, 1 through 9.
It's up and down the lineup.
They don't just put the ball in play. They hit. There's a difference. And when you've got any of the girls that step in the box, that's a tall task for anybody.
4-pitch walk to Branch. And runners on first and second, nobody down. Here's Megan Richardson re-entering the game after being pinch ran for. And with 2 runners on, it's a dangerous at-bat. Ball 1 to her. She singled in 2 runs in the first, thrown out at second. Doubled an RBI in the 3rd, grounded out, and singled and left on 3rd in the 6th. 3 for 4 for her. That one's fisted up out of play, 1-1. Up and in, 2-1. Winner of this one gets Magnet Cove Thursday at 3 o'clock in Palestine Wheatley, 2A state tournament. The loser will play Poland at 5:30. Same day, same place. That one's fouled out of play. 2-2. 2-2, nobody out. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. That one gets away from Akins, and runners advance.
You got to find an out.
You got to make the first one to get 3 of them, so you got to find it somewhere. I think you maybe go ahead and get it at first if it's hit to you in here.
You just have to get an out at this point.
And with the runners moving, they're going to go ahead and put Richardson on first and load them up.
You got to have a force out somewhere. Give yourself a chance.
So bases loaded for Allie Sampson, the second baseman. She walked in the 6th, grounded out twice, and struck out once. That one's up out of the zone, ball 1. So barring a triple play here, Doc, we will bat around in this 7th inning as they batted around in the 6th as well. Popped up out behind us into the space between here and baseball. There's a lot of spectators out here at Riverside today. EPC Riverside boys in the baseball battle for the regional title, and Tuckerman obviously in Riverside here in this one.
Yeah, real good crowd. Parking lot's full. Bleachers are full.
That one flies over the first base dugout. 1-2 the count to Sampson. Kudos to Jeff Priest, Athletic Director Jason Durham, and everybody here at Riverside for hosting a spectacular regional tournament. Weather's been good for it this week, and saying that they got them all in without a lot of delays. Up and out of the zone, 2-2. Tremendous food I had between games.
I can imagine. How about the bathroom situation?
That's a nice little
that's
trailer there.
We need to just buy one of those.
I know. Probably got to clean it. I'd be out on that.
Yeah.
Up and full count, 3-2. But a great facility and a great job hosting by Riverside. As everybody that played today, these two teams along with EPC and fisted back to Akins. She'll come home and get the out. She'll go to first and get the double play.
It's a good play by both.
Yep, nice.
That ball was hit off the end of the bat again, kind of had a little bit of squib to it. She handles it well, gets it to Walmack quickly, and she's able to turn the double play. That was a really, really well done.
The 1-2-3 double play gives 2 outs here. Runners at second and third for Kenzie Hutchison. Led this inning off with a base hit and came around to score. Got it all started. Fouls that one. Tries to check her swing, but caught the barrel of the bat. 0-1. Up and in, 1-1. You mentioned fatigue earlier. You know, extra outs and extra runners makes Akins throws extra pitches, and it's kind of wearing her down, it looks like. That one's hit hard past third base, and for the second time this inning, Hutchison singles that one for an RBI, scoring Briston Wheeler. Actually scoring
Josie Branch.
Yeah, Branch came around to score there, as the others were doubled off. 16-3 now the lead. Emma Davis, the pitcher, singled and scored earlier this inning. She singled and scored. She walked and scored, I should say, in the 6th, and singled and scored in the 2nd. So she's done what she could to help her own cause. 1-0, 2 outs. Runners at the corners. That one's in there for strike 1, 1-1. Riverside got 3 here in at the bottom of the 6th to keep the game alive, and maybe a little bolt of energy into them a little bit, and then Tuckerman comes right back up and
took it away.
Slams the door here in the 7th. They've scored 6. in the 7th inning. They scored 5 in the 6th after a 5-0 lead. Inside, 2-1. 3-1, I should say.
Well, her 5th at bat of the game, correct?
It is 1, 2, 3, 4. She's been on base all day. I didn't write down what she did in the 3rd. I have her on 1st, but I can't remember what that was. But she's been on base 4 times. She fouls that one off to run the count full, 3-2. Up and out of the zone, and Davis is on base for the 5th time today.
Hard to ask her to do a whole lot more, huh?
Pitch to Jim and get on base 5 times. So she's going to get to run this time, it looks like, as we see Zaylee Poe now come to the plate to pinch hit for Kinsley Wheeler.
7-4 the score now. I think Riverside.
Are they the home team for sure?
Front. I believe so, yeah.
You know, we flipped a coin here in both games. I don't know if they flipped over there with Riverside being the higher seed or not.
I don't know, but I believe they are the home team.
You can follow that one on the NEA Sports Facebook page. As Poe gets her first at bat today. She's ran the bases all day. See strike 1 there. Zaylee Poe been the courtesy runner, so she's not officially entered the game for Emma Davis. So she gets an at-bat here for Kinsley Wheeler. 0-1 to Poe. Out of the zone, 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here in the top of the 7th, 16-3, Tuckerman the lead. That one's off 2-1. Good pitch there by Akins. As Poe started and maybe thought about it halfway through her swing, but was already committed. 2-2 with 2 outs, bases loaded. Fouled off down the third base side, stays alive. Runs the count full there, 3-2. 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded for Zaylee Poe. And that's a walk. So that'll bring Richardson across the plate. And that'll be a RBI for Zaylee Poe. She scored twice today. Actually, she scored 3 times today and has an RBI in 2 different spots in the lineup.
That's impressive.
Emily Barnett sees strike 1. The left fielder has doubled in an RBI, flew out, and reached on an error twice, scoring in the last 2 innings. Up and out of the zone, 1-1. As it is now 17-3, I believe. I don't think they've changed the scoreboard yet.
Don't think so.
That one's going to roll fair. And that's going to be safe at first, but they're going to talk about that. Is that obstruction or?
Here's the way I feel about that. If the fielder had a chance to make a play on it, didn't make a play, the runner's got to have a chance as well. You know what I mean?
We've got the crew chief sitting right beside you. Well, his explanation is.
I mean, I think the
So they're going to award her first base.
I think that's the right call. the fielder had a chance to make a play on it, and then the runner is entitled to be able to get to the base too. So kind of a tough break there, but I think it's the right call.
So that's going to be, I will rule it an error and an RBI for Emily Barnett. And Maddox Soden back to the plate again. Outside, low and outside, ball one. 17, should be 18-3 now, I believe. I got 18. Yep, there it is, 18-3.
They heard you.
8 in this inning. That was in over the head of Soden. 2-0. She's either just has a stoic. She's smiling now. She didn't seem very happy about it at first. She might have just had a stoic look on her face. Ripped down first base side. Foul, 2-1.
I definitely don't think it was on purpose. I think
No.
I think it's fatigue, really, at this point. Just trying to throw the ball over the plate.
It was a 5-0 lead early. Runs in the first, second, and third for Tuckerman. Then they got 5 in the sixth to make it 10-0. Riverside answered with 3 to make it 10-3, and they've got an 8 here in the seventh to make it 18-3. Outside corner is a strike. 2-2 with 2 outs to Soden, who's flown out twice, reached on an error twice, and hit it hard there at second base, and she's out for the third out of the seventh. So 8 runs for the Lady Bulldogs in that inning, and it's 18-3. We see Riverside with their last chance coming up here on NEA Sports. We're back here at Riverside High School, the site of the 2A2 regional tournament. We're going to the bottom of the seventh. Tuckerman 18, Riverside 3. Is the Lady Bulldogs just put up 8 there in the top of the seventh. They've scored 5 and 8 in the last 2 innings after leading 5-0. So they've been in control of this one from the start. And Lady Rebels look a little depleted, kind of run down.
Well, but here's the thing. You need a good inning here, just morale boost. You know, finish on a little bit of a higher note. You still have softball to play.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the state tournament. You're a 2 seed coming out of this region, going to play a 3. You got potentially a favorable first round matchup.
Mackie Morgan leads off the seventh. Sees ball 1 from Megan Richardson, who's coming in to pitch now, as Emma Davis will move over to first. Richardson going to close this one out. Fouled off for strike 1, 1-1 to Mackie Morgan. Riley Akins on deck, Bennett Durham in the hole, and then Veda Mae Womack if one of them were to reach. They got 3 in the last inning, so like you said, you're looking for momentum. And if you score 16 and win it, so be it. But let's try to have a little life shown us going into the state tournament next week. Low, it's 2-1.
Come on, Mackie.
Slapped to the first base side. Lane Scott, our cameraman, some nice hands there. 2-2.
She goes 50 miles an hour. She's faster than a car stone.
2-2 the pitch. Slap to second. Sampson scoops it up over to Davis and out number 1. 4-3 on the putout. Top of the lineup for Riley Aikens. She's grounded out, flown out, and she walked and scored in the 6th. Up and out of the zone, ball 1. Hit right back at Richardson and off her knee. And
I know that didn't feel
that
good.
heads out to left, throw into second. She slides in safely, does Aikens, and Megan Richardson's hurt.
Oh, my goodness.
That hit her dead square on that left or right leg, and she's trying to walk it off. They're coming out to check on her.
She's tough. She's not even letting anybody talk to her. She's just going to keep walking.
We'll take a break while they check in on her and come right back here on NEA Sports.
R&J Farms is a proud supporter of the Riverside Rebels and wants to wish the best of luck to both the boys and girls basketball teams this season. Go Rebels!
Southland Gin is located on Highway 135 in Lake City, Arkansas. They are proud of the reigning state champion Riverside Rebel baseball and softball teams. Southland Gin wishes all Rebel student athletes success this season. Lakeside Health and Rehab has one goal, and that's to provide effective patient care services to your loved ones. We are a group of healthcare professionals specializing in providing required rehabilitation and healthcare services to your loved ones. Lakeside Health and Rehab.
We're back as the crowd cheers for Megan Richardson. She's going to try to throw a couple pitches, see if she can stay in this thing after taking a liner off the leg. That's her push-off leg, too. That
Not off the leg, off the kneecap.
off the kneecap, yeah.
Ooh.
She's going to stay in. So that's 2 tough plays we see because she's fixing to face. Actually, Bennett Durham's not going to bat here. Durham took one to the wrist in the last inning and shook it off and stayed in the game, but we're going to see number 33, Barnes, pinch hit for Bennett Durham.
Maddie Barnes.
But Durham stayed in to field, center field, but with the game the way it is, they're going to let Maddie Barnes get a plate appearance here in the 7th with Riley Aikens on second with 1 out. Coach Baker's going to talk something over with Barnes. But, yeah, that was a line shot right off the kneecap of Megan Richardson. And
she's tougher than I am, Brad.
I don't think she ever went to the ground. I think she stayed up and walked it off and said, let me throw one pitch. And she's like, I'm good. So first plate appearance for Barnes today. Up and out of the zone. Had a little heat on it, so she should be okay. Looks like she's all right.
She may, it's a little tender right now, but it's not affecting her performance.
1-0 to Barnes. Inside, 2-0. Fouled off to the backstop there. 2-1. Good pitch, nice swing by Barnes there. Veda May Womack on deck. In the dirt, 3-1.
Seven to 6 now the score over there in the boys' game in the 4th inning. EPC rallying a little, cutting into the deficit.
Ball 4 to Barnes. Akins moves to third on the pass ball, and runners are at the corner for Veda May Womack with 1 down.
Come on, Veda.
Morgan Thomas on deck. Blakely Biggers if one of those reach. With 1 down here in the 7th, 18-3, Tuckerman leads the Riverside Lady Rebels. Lifted up.
Drop.
Yeah, that's in no man's land, and that gets into foul territory. That's going to be a double for Womack, and give her an RBI as well as Riley Akins comes home to score. Barnes makes her way to third, and a 1-out RBI double for Veda May Womack. Makes it 18-4. Morgan Thomas now. She reached on a fielder's choice and scored. She's grounded out and flown out.
Well, Brad, through 5 innings, we had 5 runs. In the last 2 innings, we've scored 17 total runs.
The last 2 innings has lasted as long as the rest of the game, I do believe. If not close. Strike on the inside corner to Thomas. 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2.
Come on, Morgan.
Outside in the dirt, 2-2. 1 down, runners on second and third for Riverside. Outside, runs the count full at 3-2. No, sorry, 2-2. I was off 1 there. 2-2. Thomas steps out real quick, back in. Richardson set to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. First strikeout for Megan Richardson is out number 2. And will bring Blakely Biggers to the plate. She singled in a run in the last inning and has grounded out twice. All to second base. Her little hit was over the second baseman's head in the last inning.
That's where her power is, the other way. Last couple of years, she really drives the ball well that way.
See strike 1 there. 0-1. 2 outs, 2 runners on, second and third. Barnes at third, Womack at second after the RBI double from her. 2 down, 18-4. Tuckerman in control. Slaps it the other way like you talked about that. Drove it hard that way. Out of play. And we've got to get some more softballs in play here.
Well, my allergies have flared up since I've been at the park today. A little dusty.
So an 0-2 count with 2 down here in the Bottom of the 7th, 18-4 Tuckerman leads, trying to close this one out. Runners at second and third. Richardson's 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded to second, scooped up, thrown to first, and that will end it. Your score, Tuckerman 18, Riverside 4, in a dominant performance by the Lady Bulldogs, and just kind of one of those days for the Lady Rebels. 18-4 Tuckerman, your 2A2 regional champions.
Just a really good performance from Tuckerman. They hit the ball well, put the ball in play, gave themselves chances, made all the plays defensively, threw strikes. They did everything they needed to do to win this one. Opportune hits when they needed it, took advantage of some miscues, but nonetheless, they won this ball game and played really well. They're going to be a really tough out next week in that state tournament. I think they have to be one of the favorites.
Yeah, their pitching and defense was on point today. Riverside scored 4, and before the game, I would think 4 would be a good number to have a chance to win, but man, that lineup is just so explosive, and Riverside gave them some extra opportunities today, and they made you pay. So I think both of these teams, I think if you're Lauren Baker and the Lady Rebels, you keep it short. Hey, we had a terrible day today, let's forget about it, and we're playing next week.
Yeah, just move on. You're going to get a 3 seed from some other region. You know, you got to see what that's going to look like, that matchup, and you just say, hey, we just go to work this week, get a couple light practices in, iron a few things out, and give ourselves a chance. You're going to be opposite Tuckerman in the state tournament. So if you see them again, it means you're going to at least be state runner-up, you know. So at that point, you just lace them up next week and forget about this one and move forward.
We're going to turn it over here to Athletic Director Jason Durham. He's at the plate, and we'll try to pick up his sound on our mics here as he's going to award trophy.
Before I begin, can we get both these things around the call? Your 2A Region 2 runner-up is the Riverside Rebels.
The 2A2 regional runner-up plaque going to the Riverside Lady Rebels is Jason Durham hands it to his daughter Bennett Durham, already wrapped in ice there on the.
As she should be.
Yeah.
And your 2A Region 2 champs, Tuckerman Bulldogs.
The 2A2 Region 2 champions, the Tuckerman Lady Bulldogs. And they scored 13, 11, and 18 this week.
That's pretty good.
In a regional tournament.
That's pretty good. It gives you a chance to win every time you take the field.
Explosive there. So Tuckerman will be the 1 seed. They'll get Magnet Cove on Thursday at 3 o'clock in Palestine Wheatley. The Riverside Lady Rebels will be the 2 seed, and they'll play the Poen Lady Indians at 5:30 on Thursday in Palestine Wheatley. Sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
If somebody from Palestine Wheatley is watching, 1, thank you, but 2, I doubt it. So that's those 2 teams. The 3 seed will be the East Poinsett County Lady Warriors. They'll play at 12:30 Thursday. And the 4 seed will be the Cedar Ridge Lady Timberwolves. They'll play at 10 a.m. on Thursday, all at Palestine Wheatley. We don't know their opponents are playing right now. That is Horatio and Woodline. That's the 2A4 region, so the winner of that gets Cedar Ridge. The loser of that one gets EPC. Tuckerman plays Magnet Cove. Riverside plays Poen all Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All across the state will be state baseball, state softball, and state soccer as we close out this high school season.
Fun time of the year, Brad.
It is a fun time of the year, and it's been a fun year here on NEA Sports, Garrett. I've done several with you, and as always, it's been a blast.
Yes, sir. I look forward to it every year. It's sad when we have to take a hiatus for a little while.
A little while. We'll be back in the fall with some football games, football Friday nights. We'll have that schedule out to you this summer. Look for Media Day coverage in football this summer starting in August. And we'll be back with you then soon. But it's been a fantastic season. To all of our state qualifying baseball, softball, soccer teams, we wish you the very best from Northeast Arkansas, as it looks going to be very well represented across all classifications.
Absolutely.
So for the Dr. Garrett Weaver and everyone here at NEA Sports, we thank you for joining us. If you want to, flip over to the NEA Sports Facebook page, and you can catch, I think the doctor's going to head over with Ryan Fletcher right now, and it's an 8-6 ball game in the fourth. So a lot of runs going on, exciting game between Riverside and EPC in the baseball final. So for Brad Davis and everyone here at NEA Sports, we're saying so long.
R&J Farms is a proud supporter of the Riverside Rebels and wants to wish the best of luck to both the boys and girls basketball teams this season. Go Rebels!
Southland Gin is located on Highway 135 in Lake City, Arkansas. They are proud of the reigning state champion Riverside Rebel baseball and softball teams. Southland Gin wishes all Rebel student athletes success this season. Lakeside Health and Rehab has one goal, and that's to provide effective patient care services to your loved ones. We are a group of healthcare professionals specializing in providing required rehabilitation and healthcare